So, previous class we were learning about the communication process. So, communication process to revise, it starts with the sender of the message. So sender is going to encode the message and send it, and the message, once it reaches the receiver, it will decode, and the receiver will be able to read the message. Now, once a receiver is able to read the message, then he will give a feedback. So that feedback will be given to the sender. Now, in between, if there is any sort of disturbance that is happening while sending the message or while receiving the message, that is called as barrier to communication. One of the most known barrier is noise. If there is any noise outside, or if there is any noise inside the house while you're sending the message, or the network packets are not properly sent, all this will be the problems that will be faced during communication. Now, further to go on, let us understand few obstacles to effective communication, also known as barriers to effective communication. Now, in this, the first one is poor encoding. So this will occur when the message source fails to create the right meaning of the message. Few times what will happen when this poor encoding can be seen in other language messages. Now, when they are trying to translate a line from different language to English, okay, or English to any other language, in such cases also the encoding will not give a proper meaning. So the translation has to be carefully done. Or if the computer is trying to change the coding of any of the message, and if it is not completely done, then the message is not encoded properly, where you will not be able to understand the message. So the problem lies with the sender of the message only. Okay, sometimes if you see, you will get half of the message, and later you will only find symbols in the messages. Okay, so that is poor encoding. The system or the computer was not able to properly encode the message. Then poor decoding. Okay, decoding happens on the receiver side. Now, if receiver system is has some error, then it will not be able to convert the message signals sent to the system. So it will have to just see or go through whatever message is sent, and it will have to again decode the message for us to understand in English. So without proper decoding of the message, we will not understand any of the messages. Then medium failure. Medium failure is suddenly if the server clashes. Okay, usually we have some of the other problem with the classes while we are using online classes. So here it is again medium failure. So if at all there is a crash of the server, or if at all there is power cuts in between, and internet disturbance is happening, okay, or network or the signal is not properly there, or signal breaks down, in all such cases, it is called medium failure. So the medium which is taking your message is only failed to send the, or it has only failed to make sure the message reaches the receiver's end. Then communication noise, very very well known barrier to effective communication. Because of noise outside, maybe there's some traffic noise, or there is some other noise of music being played, people being talking loudly, or there is some concert happening. I gave an example yesterday. If all of us have gone to a concert and we try to talk or converse with each other, we will not be able to hear anything, because the noise on the open ground is too much. So noise is a barrier to our communication. It will distract our attention, and we will not be able to understand any of the message that is being given to us. So these are the obstacles of effective communication. First one, starting with poor encoding, poor decoding, medium failure, and communication noise. Okay, any doubt in the previous slide? Did you all understand the barriers to effective communication? Again, one of the important question for 6 marks. Okay, so now let us understand what are the keys to effective communication, or what is required for effective communication. So where all you will have to be careful and how to make sure the message reaches properly. So firstly, carefully encode. So when the person or when the sender is writing the message, the sender has to carefully write the message so it is easy for everybody to understand. Okay, now after the class, when we send you a message, okay, to you and your parents saying, if you were present in class, there's no problem. If you were not present in class, then we send a message saying your ward was absent or did not attend the online class from this time to this time. So we give a specific time there. So our message is clear that you have not attended only this particular class. Okay, we are not saying you have not attended all the classes throughout the day. Okay, we are only saying you have not attended this particular class. So we have carefully drafted the message there, and we have made it very easy for people to understand. Or when we send the messages of holidays, festivals, so we say the major messages, college remains closed. Okay, so that is the major message we wanted to give, so that will be put first. Now why will the college be closed on particular day? It is because of this reason. Okay, so we carefully draft and make it easy for people to understand. And it has to be simple, because not everybody will understand a lot of jargons in every subjects. Okay, I may not know the jargons of what doctor will be using. Okay, doctor will start talking about some other disease and different names of organs and all that. So every subject will have their specialized words which everybody will not be knowing. So keep the messages as simple as possible. So carefully encode. Then allow feedback. So the major uh, you know communication motive is only to get the feedback. Why are we communicating? We also expect the opposite person to give the feedback or reply to whatever we are talking. So once they give the feedback, we can improve our communication. So the giving that feedback will make sure that the person or the opposite person who is listening to us is attentive, or he or she is actually listening to us. So once you give this option of feedback, they will show lot of interest. Then reduce noise. As much as possible, try to keep the place or sit in the place which is very calm for you. Even now during classes, you will have lot of disturbance at home now, because all the people will be at home. You will have your siblings, or you might have other small kids at home, or your brother sisters who will be watching TV or playing games. Okay, so when during classes, at least try to avoid all that noise and find a little calm place where you get good network. So when you reduce the noise, you will be able to concentrate and listen to the actual classes. You can see this reduced noise in the call center calls. Now when you call customer care, okay, you will not have any distraction there, no distractions at all. You can only hear to their voice all the time. Okay, so they will be trained to talk in such a way that you will be able to hear them clearly, and they will be able to hear you. Okay, so that is always try to reduce the noise in communication. Then choose right audience. Now I am taking the required syllabus for you, but leaving the required syllabus, if I go on and talk about some philosophy, or some other topic which is not at all relevant for you, nobody will be interested. So if I have to talk about philosophy, or if I have to talk about some other topic, then I'll have to select the right audience for that, where it is required for them to understand. Okay, for students right now, what is important is their syllabus, is what is given in the syllabus, to understand it as practically as possible. So always choose the right audience to speak what you have to speak. So these are the major points for effective communication. So starting with carefully encoding the message, you should allow or give place for feedback. You should try to reduce noise as much as possible, and always choose right audience. Okay, any doubts in this communication? Did you all understand? Okay, so your next, just a second. So this completes your communication. You can expect 2 to 3 questions from communication, which has been repeated in the previous examinations. Now let us go to the major part of the promotional, that is one of the P of marketing. So that is promotional mix. Now we have been learning about marketing mix, right? So retail marketing mix. In that you had price, product, promotion, and place. Now in promotion, again you have promotional mix. So we have certain elements which we have to learn in detail in promotional mix. And from the exam point of view also, again, it is important. So let us see that. Now, what is promotional mix? First of all, it is a combination of methods used in communicating with customers. Now, all that we do in the marketing or promoting about the product is communication. We should be able to have a word with the customer, try and convince them to buy the product. Okay, now if it is on a website or if it's on Amazon and Flipkart, how do we do? We would be putting out all the uh, details about the product, and then below that there is something called reviews and rating. So that is where you promote the product at the highest maximum level, because in that reviews also, reviews can be highlighted. Okay, certain reviews, good reviews will be given first, so that people see those reviews and buy the product. And how many number of people have used the product and reviewed, what is the rating they have given. Okay, all these things are the ways which we use to communicate with customers on the virtual platform. But on the physical platform, we can have a word with the customer directly. So under promotional mix, there are major 4 tools, that is advertisement, personal selling, publicity, and sales promotion. So we have seen 1 or 2 here and there here in the last chapter, that is the 5th chapter, but here again we will be seeing them in, or we'll be learning them in detail. So these are called elements of promotion mix. So what are the elements? Advertisement, personal selling, publicity, and sales promotion. So any business can use one of these element as promotion mix, or combination of them can be used for promotional mix. Then a specific combination of promotional methods used for one product or family or products. So we will use, sometimes we will be using advertisement and personal selling. Okay, we will advertise on the platforms, and we will send certain sales representatives to each and every home or every door, so that they can promote and sell the product. Sometimes we will use personal selling and publicity. Okay, by through personal selling we will be doing publicity. Sometimes we only use sales promotions. We give commission to the sales agents, and they'll have to do the job for us. So you can use one or a combination of these elements. Okay, now it refers to all the decisions related to promotion of products and services. So here lot of decision making is required when you're using the promotional mix. Okay, so let us see the elements one by one. again, repeating, what are the major elements of promotion mixes? Advertising, personal selling, sales promotion, and publicity. Now in this, the first one is advertising. Now advertising, starting with the definition, the very famous definition is American Marketing Association, short form, which is known as AMA. Okay, AMA, American Marketing Association, is given advertising as: advertising is any paid form of non-personal presentation and promotion of ideas, goods and services by the identified sponsorer. Now here we will have to break down this definition a little. One second. So advertising is any paid form. Firstly, it is a paid form. Okay, no one does it for free. So you'll have to pay for the advertisement. Then paid form of non-personal presentation. They don't call names, or they don't call the customer names in between here when they are giving the presentation. But what does advertisement do? It will promote, or it will make sure, it will market the idea, goods and services. Okay, there are a lot of ideas also which you can give, like you will have to help the poor and needy, then showing the products like hand wash and sanitizer, and encouraging the idea of washing hands, washing clothes, keeping oneself clean. Okay, all that are promotion of ideas. Then goods and services. Any sorts of products that you see, that will come under goods, like marketing or advertising about utensils, advertising about eatables, oil, cosmetics, all are goods. Again, when it comes to services, you can see advertisement of any doctors or hospitals. Doctors don't come directly, hospitals advertisements, or you can see urban clap, bank advertisements. Okay, all these comes under advertisement of services. So all these promotion of ideas, goods and services by an identified sponsorer. Identified sponsorer is nothing but the company which is advertising. Now suppose if ICICI Bank is advertising, so ICICI is the identified sponsorer. ICICI have spent money on advertising, and it has made the ad, and it is put up on the media platform. Similarly, if you take Axis Bank, okay, that also does. Every bank for that matter, or other services and goods and ideas, have an identified sponsorer, that is nothing but the brand. So that is your definition of advertising. Another definition which is given: advertising consists of all activities involved in presenting to the audience a non-personal, sponsor identified, paid for message about the product or organization. It's again the repetition of this almost, but it is given by William J. Stanton, where he's saying you are presenting, okay, the company is presenting to the audience, non-personal, sponsor identified, again the company. Let's take an example of Maruti. Okay, now if Maruti is giving an advertisement of their cars, then in such case it is non-personal. Okay, they don't call any customer's name personally and say, okay, this car is for you separately. No, so it's a general advertisement, but who is been paying for the advertisement? It is Maruti company who is paying, and to promote about their product or organization. So advertisement on a whole is a non-personal presentation of goods, services or idea. So here this advertisement will encourage the existing customers to buy more, and it will also help get more new customers. So there are two people involved: existing customers, new customers. So existing customers means who are already using the product. New customers is who are not aware about the product and they want to buy the product. So for all of them, the message is communicated. Now this involves transmission of standard message simultaneously to a large number of people. So when you want to send it through large number of people, you will put these ads on television or newspaper, send it to a radio where they can announce it, okay, or put it onto a famous magazine where many people buy the magazine. So this advertising message reaches too much of people or to a large number of people. So that is your first element of promotional mix, that is advertising. Any doubts until here? So no doubts. Okay. So let's quickly cover up another 2 slides of objectives. Okay. So objectives of advertising. Why we have to go with the advertising. So when you talk about advertising objectives, you want to create a new customer. Okay. So that is why you want advertising to be held. And once you give a lot of advertisements, it will increase your brand recognition. Okay, it will say, yes, see, this brand or my car, or my product is best when compared to any other uh, brands or any other company. So we are proudly saying and appreciating our work. Now once we show what work we have done, customers also will be interested to know more, and we will be able to get more and more people to buy our product. Then obtain feedback from customers regarding certain product. Now let's say, for example, we have started a new store. Okay, we have started a new sandwich shop. Best thing. Now when the customers come in, order for a sandwich, okay, everybody will be curious to try out in the new shop. They come, they try out. We, while they are paying the money, we will ask them, how was the sandwich? Okay, how do you think the taste was? Whatever feedback, few may give good feedback, few will give, few may give critical feedback or negative feedback. No problem, we will be able to understand where we are going wrong, and we can correct them. Okay, so the best example for giving, getting the feedback and correcting, you can take Maggie. They actually complained about the lead level and all before, right? So if not, also every cover of Maggie or every product will have something called, for feedback you can mail us to, and they will give you a mail ID, right? So every product, if you have any problem or if you want to give suggestion, advice, you can mail to that ID. Then to indicate introduction of new products or replacement of old ones. um, let's take a few example here. Introduction of new products or replacement of old ones, both is done. So introduction of new products, let's take for example Rin detergent. Now Rin detergent now also has a liquid detergent. Okay, Rin has Rin powder, it has Rin liquid. Okay, so that is a new product. Okay, when you talk about replacement of old product, any old product which they have, they would have taken it out and they've got a new one. Something like Reynolds. Okay, Reynolds company was taken over by Rorito, so they replaced the name Reynolds by Rorito. Now you get Rorito pens instead of Reynolds pens. So that is replacement of old ones. Introduction of new products is you're coming out with a new product and you're trying to get more customers. So that is one of the objective of advertising. Then to reach people inaccessible to salesmen, this is where advertising plays a major role. Now to every nook and corner of India, salesmen cannot go around or they cannot go running. So if you have advertisements in the TV, radio, newspapers, people will be able to understand what product it is and buy. The best example for this advertising is your Nirma, okay, washing powder Nirma song, which is very very famous. Now what everybody understood is, every time for an ad or an advertising, if you add certain known tune, or if you come out with some creative tune or some creative taglines, people will be able to remember it easily. Now, what is the product which has this tagline called "Pour up pour"? Do you remember? You watch a lot of advertisements while watching TV. Can anybody say? You have "Pour rub pour." Can you say which product they use it? Anybody who can answer this? No one knows about it. Okay, an advertisement which says "Pour up pour." I know, washing. Washing what? I want the brand name or the company name. Right? It is washing powder, but what is the company or the brand name? So the brother beautifully, prepares biryani from whatever is left out or whatever his mom has prepared at home. And then his dress is all, filled with oil marks, and he's fine with that. Surf Excel, good. Okay, so pour is used for Surf Excel. So how do you remember? You have such taglines. Okay, then there are many taglines like that. Okay, let me come up with few of the advertisements next class. We will watch advertisements for you to remember certain things where you can use them as examples directly. Okay, so I'm not sure if you have heard about Arogya milk. Have you heard? Arokya. It's actually Arokya, but they pronounce it as Arogya. Yeah. So this Arogya milk had a okay. If you have not heard, that is also a milk brand. Like how you have Nandini, Dodla, Amul. Similarly, you have Arogya. Now it comes from the southern region, southern India. There was a very famous ad, okay, which was talking about Arjun. There is one kid called Arjun. Okay, so Arjun is very bright. Why? Because he drinks Arogya milk every day. Arjun is very fast. Why? Because he is eating Arogya paneer or Arogya curd. So that is how they promote the product, keeping one person or one name or one tagline, one song. Okay, like that. All these are used in advertising. Going on further, to enter the new market or to attract the new group of customers. Now every product want to come up with a new product, a new variety of product. Okay, simply having and keeping with the old products, people will get bored very soon. So they want to come out with a new variety of products. Let's take for example bread. Okay, before, only use of maida, bread was baked. Okay, use maida, use required ingredients, prepare the bread. It was a sweet bread which everybody loved, and they used to consume bread. Slowly, when people started getting more conscious about their health conditions and all, and they told, okay, maida is not very good for health and all that, which came out with, then they went on to substitute. Okay, they went on to replace maida with wheat. Okay, plain flour or all purpose flour was replaced by wheat flour. Now this atta breads are seen everywhere. Apart from this, you have multi grain bread. Okay, you have lot of grains being added to that. So these are new group of new type of products which will attract the customers. And now you can see a lot of diabetic patients around in the country, so a lot of products are prepared keeping customers, diabetic customers in mind also. Then, to enhance the goodwill of the enterprise by promising better quality products and services. If you have seen a advertisement called medifacts.com, they come out and review one product. It usually comes on television. Okay, they come out and review one product and say, okay, so these are the advantages of the product, this is useful for this. They don't talk about disadvantage, it's only advantage of the product. This is useful for this product. Now they one day they review Harpic, one day they review Domex, one day it is Horlicks, once it is Complan. Have you heard about that? Medifact? Anybody? None of you have seen the Medifact? Okay, let's see if I'll be able to show it to you now. Okay, then to warn the public against imitation of enterprise product. You can see lot of fake products everywhere. Okay, so to avoid those fake products, again, advertisement plays an important role. So if you have already advertised your product and if somebody else is trying to do the same thing, they will be aware that, okay, there is duplication of product. Okay, you cannot imitate the same product. Okay, so these are few of the objectives of advertising. So let me see if I'll be able to get those Medifacts video. Just hold.
ज्यादातर लोग सर्दी जुकाम में बंद नाक का इलाज नहीं करते, इसीलिए बेचैनी बनी रहती है और वो सो भी नहीं पाते। तुरंत आराम पाइए ऑट्रिविन ऑक्सीफास्ट रिलीफ से। ये 3 फायदे दे। सिर्फ 25 सेकंड में बंद नाक खोलना शुरू करे, आपको 12 घंटों तक सांस लेने में सहायता करे और ये जुकाम के लक्षणों को 2 दिन तक कम करे। बंद नाक की बेचैनी के साथ न रहें, केमिस्ट से मांगिए ऑट्रिविन ऑक्सीफास्ट रिलीफ। ये था मेडिफैक्ट्स ऑट्रिविन के लिए।
Okay, I hope that was clear to everybody. That was Medifact. So like this, you have lot of videos where they give reviews about the product and they will be able to promote their product better. Now, even if you, when you saw in the video, they showed it very easily, like how the product works. Okay, all that will be you will be able to understand it easily. So any doubts until here in advertising? Did you all understand?
अरे यहाँ नहीं,
इतनी सुबह।
मम्मी आप रेड लगाओ।
कर रहे हो?
पापा आप ब्लू लगा दो।
कहाँ जा रहा है? कोई नहीं निकला होगा।
बेरंगी इस दुनिया में मैं चला रंग लिए।
चाचू
विहान तू यहाँ?
हैप्पी होली चाचू।
हैप्पी होली।
आपको सबकी याद आ रही है ना? ये देखो, ये दादी का, ये मम्मी का और ये पापा का, सबके रंग साथ लाए हो चाचू। आप उन्हें रंग लगाना चाहते हो? लगा दो।
हाँ जी, हैप्पी होली।
पापा
हाँ?
बेरंगी इस दुनिया में मैं चला रंग लिए, जहाँ मन तरसे वही रंग बरसे। ये रंग 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 रंग, ये रंग 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 रंग।
जो अपनों को करीब लाएं वो रंग अच्छे हैं। सर्फ एक्सेल, दाग अच्छे हैं।
Okay, so that was another ad from Surf Excel. They have another tagline called Daag Achhe Hai. So likewise, these are few examples of advertising for you to understand better. Hope there are no doubts in the advertising. Okay, so we'll stop the class for here and we'll continue tomorrow.